It was hard to believe that Michigan State hadn't won in West Lafayette since 2014. It's even harder to believe that Michigan has lost 9 consecutive games against the Illini. And when you look at the point margin, most of these games haven't even been close. Michigan's last win against Illinois takes us all the way back to January of 2019. Rick Pizzo back with Andy Katz. Is that as hard to believe for you as it is for me?
Yes and no, because I'm old enough to remember when Wisconsin, where I went, lost decades worth of games to Indiana, Michigan, Illinois, and then it flipped in the 2000s. Yep. I mean, people today don't even remember how bad Wisconsin basketball was.
People today remember Indiana football. That turned around fairly quickly. Michigan's hoping to turn around the series against Illinois tonight. These two teams are built somewhat similarly in the fact that they can score, but when they absolutely need to slow down the pace, they can do that too. I think Illinois maybe has a ceiling that it hasn't quite reached yet in terms of skill level and talent with young guys like Wagler and obviously huge games at certain points from Stojakovic and Murkovic. Michigan has just been this steady force all year long. I mean, we discussed Jaxa Lendeborg as a potential Big Ten Player of the Year, and then you look at his stats and you go, well, he can't be in the Player of the Year conversation, but he's the embodiment of what Michigan has become. Yeah,
and actually we have some numbers to back this up that Michigan actually plays faster, but Illinois is more efficient offensively. And here you ask and you receive here. So look at the points per game. Michigan a little bit quicker there, more possessions, obviously off fast break. But the offensive efficiency of Illinois is a little bit better as you see these numbers. Look at the ratings. They're going to take and make more threes. They're going to commit less turnovers, and they're a little bit better from the free throw line. What does that tell you? This game could be in the 80s, 90s. To beat Michigan, I think you've got to score, in the 80s or 90s. Wisconsin was able to do it. They had 15 threes in that game. Illinois has the ability to do that. Certainly at home, I think this game will get up and down a little bit more. And so I think I'm anticipating an offensive explosion between these two.
Well, it's interesting because Michigan has had multiple games this year where it's just completely shut down opposing offenses, keeping teams into the 40s and 50s. You're not going to do that against Illinois. I understand that. One of the things that stuck out to me with that graphic was the fact that Illinois' turnover rate is so low, and that's even considering the fact that Kylan Boswell was gone for multiple weeks with that injury. Keaton Wagler took over. Illinois almost didn't lose a step in terms of its offensive efficiency. They didn't lose a lot defensively because I think Wagler was better than we expected, though Boswell's return now has given them that defensive boost while the offense really hasn't slowed down much.
Yeah, for some reason, it sort of went sideways against UCLA.
I think that was an anomaly of the game.
Because think about that trip offensively. They absolutely destroyed USC. Yep. USC couldn't even come close to them. And, UCLA had to score in the 90s in overtime to beat Illinois.
And it was the kind of performance from Donovan Dent that was I would say, once in a lifetime, but then Dent went ahead and did it the very next game for UCLA as well. I just think that's a little bit of an anomaly. I just don't think that Illinois is going to be quite that bad defensively the rest of the year, and yet they still almost won this game. It is top 10. It's Illinois and Michigan, and this is a game, Andy, that, listen, Michigan's already got a share. We know these teams are both going to be triple-bye teams. We don't completely know that about Illinois, but I'm going to go ahead and tell you right now that Illinois is going to be a triple-bye team. I think the question is, how high does Illinois go in the NCAA tournament, and can Michigan end up being the number 1 overall seed?
I think with the loss to Duke, they will not be the number 1 overall seed. That's my gut feeling. But I do think they will be the 1 seed in the Midwest, which is really all they really want, more than anything, to be in Chicago if they can get through the first round, because obviously then it's a huge advantageous position for them. For Illinois, all 4 of their Big Ten losses were 1 possession. I mean, literally could have gone either way. I'll tell you another little sidebar that I'll be interested to see.
I love sidebars.
Well, because we've seen this in this league and other leagues. How does Merez Johnson get treated at Illinois? Okay? He will get booed, I'm sure of that. We saw Price Sanford, whose brother was well received at Iowa. They loved his brother. And they liked Price when he was there. But they got on him during that game, and he did not have a great game when Nebraska played Iowa. Certainly offensively, they didn't. So how does Merez Johnson handle that, going from Illinois to Michigan now coming back. So
and one of the harder places to play for anybody.
Yes. You know, because that could be a little bit of sidebar. Does he go sideways? The beauty of them is they've got a Taimara. And
That's how I started this conversation. They're so deep.
Their depth on the perimeter is tremendous. So for the Ivicevic brothers, this is a big-time challenge to deal with that trio against Michigan.
Yeah, it should be as good as it gets. I mean, we have had some phenomenal Friday night games inside the Big Ten. Just, puts a little bit of extra spice toward the end of your week. By the way, I don't like sidebars only. I like front bars, back bars. I like all of them.